What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dirty Bird Fly Through, man. Hope y'all had a good week. Tonight's topic is Ian Cunningham, new general manager of the Atlanta Falcons, hitting the ground running. Now, I think everyone pretty much knows at this point, but just in case you don't, Ian Cunningham, it was reported last night and confirmed by the Falcons, was officially hired as general manager after weeks of essentially being speculated as the front runner for the job. He interviewed for the president of football job that Matt Ryan ended up getting and was reported to actually have done really well in that interview and essentially made him a front runner for GM that it was essentially the entire time during the search his job to lose. And even though James Lipford from the Texans did seem to give him a run late in the search process, there was never really a doubt Ian Cunningham was going to be the guy. Now, I want to hear y'all's opinion tonight about obviously Ian Cunningham and what you think about the hire. I kind of went live last night very briefly, kind of an impromptu one. I didn't go live last night and open up a panel mainly just because I was busy last night. When I got in, I just wasn't really feeling it. But the panel is there, and y'all can all come up and start speaking, man. This is really just y'all show tonight. Let me know what y'all think about Ian Cunningham. But I'm gonna kind of rehash some of the things that I said last night. I What makes me really like this hire is the fact that Ian Cunningham has a pedigree that is almost second to none in the sense that he's had experience, in my opinion, under two of the greatest executives the NFL has seen this century in Ozzie Newsome and Howie Roseman. The way he was able to work his way up the ranks in Baltimore and then go to Philadelphia and, further work his way up the ranks until he landed in Chicago to be the right hand man to Ryan Poles was very, in my opinion, it goes to show that, this guy, he has been crafted and molded as an executive from all of the right places and has all of the right resources and all of the right connections. I think that indicate what could be a lot of promise for what Ian Cunningham could do as a general manager. But there was also something that there were a couple things that also hit me personally about Ian Cunningham in terms of him, number one, being from the Roswell area, and and obviously he grew up a Falcons fan. He lived the experience. He actually referred to us as the Dirty Birds. And when you see stuff like that, man, that is what I say. It really gets me, essentially. That is the stuff that um you know that I whenever you have a personal connection, that is what I say really it can indicate a lot of good things. Ian Cunningham has a personal connection to Atlanta. That, and there was a article published on the Falcons website earlier today that stated it was actually going over an old interview Ian Cunningham had with his father. By the way, the link is now in there. Make sure y'all tap the link, join up, all that good stuff. Join the conversation. This is y'all show tonight, but I just want to go over this real quick. Ian Cunningham's father did an interview with him when he was reaching the end of his collegiate career nearly 20 years ago, and his father said, I want to get it right, but his father said along the lines of, if history holds true, he'll be a general manager. This is Ian Cunningham's father talking about his son. So, this is the thing. When people clearly see something in you, that's a great sign. when they are able to see that you have the potential, that is a great sign for what is to come. Georgia, Texas boy, what's up, man? Hold on, I can't hear you, man. Hey, Georgia, Texas boy, I can't hear you at the moment. What's up? What's up? OG. Man, I can't. Man, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear y'all boys actually. Man, I can't. I can't hear y'all. Matter of fact, I don't. Man, I don't know what's going on. Oh, here. Hold on a second.
That tech savvy. That's
Alright.
why I was giving them people a hard time at that place to
Alright, I can hear
help me
y'all
get this
now.
thing converted.
I got y'all
Okay,
Okay,
now.
good, good, good. Let's go. Let's go.
great.
Let's fire off. Can y'all still hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Well, what are we thinking? Oh, gee. I got a new nickname for you, by the way. We're gonna start referring to Three Dirty here as Professor OG because and Georgia Texas boy knows it. This dude comes in here about every live stream. He continues to drop the gems. So, hey, I'm gonna let you have the first word tonight, Professor OG.
All right, now, Professor OG, let him hear it.
Um, I'm I like how even though I was stuck with the structured thing and I wasn't really um enthusiastic about how they were putting it together. As far as the order, how they was doing the hiring, and the other day I forgot what platform I was on. I don't know if I was in the chat or whatever, but I was questioning about the Senior Bowl. How is we going to start our process without a general manager? So moving forward to today, when find out what's going on, we got the guy. I was kind of leaning towards him because of what he is, his training and his just his whole pedigree. And then I was looking, I was like, well, I'm pretty sure if he's gonna go to the Senior Bowl after the fact, he's gonna get there a little late. He's gonna go through Atlanta, go to Flowery Branch, shake some hands, and get off on the sprinter and take some pictures or whatever. Come to find out, he's already in Alabama.
He's already on the job. See y'all gotta pay attention to stuff. That's why I've already titled the stream. He's hitting the ground running.
So he ain't tap dancing at the dinner and all of that.
So what
He already
what
he already in the
hold,
mud. He already in the mud.
hold on, Professor. So what you telling me is he ain't pulling a Raheem Morris?
I ain't gonna say all that. You look. Raheem, he getting his other interview in Arizona, and I'm wishing him the best. But he's we're changing up,
We ain't got
even
that
though it's
energy
late.
around anymore.
No, so I'm saying,
Okay.
okay, he's already in Alabama. He's not allowing the scouts to do his job. Just like Matt Ryan said, he's not going to do nobody else's job. So we're talking about accountability, and they're getting a good start from my standpoint. This cat already in Alabama, man. I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna win or we're gonna win 10 games and all that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the body of work is showing as we speak right now by him already in Alabama
Couldn't agree more.
at the
We're all the
Senior Bowl.
way. I don't guarantee how many wins we gonna get, but we're all to a good start. Now, hey,
Facts.
I like that. I like that.
what you think of Georgia, Texas, boy?
So look, my whole thing about it, if we look at the structure of what Arthur Blank has bestowed upon us as Falcons fans, who more accountable when it comes to Falcons players than Matt Ryan? Okay, so we're gonna make him president because he know what it takes. He done been through the wins, he done been through the losses. He knows, okay, in order for a quarterback to succeed, even though I might be an exception, we can't keep going through OC after OC after OC after OC. Okay. So boom. My first hire, I wanted John Harbaugh, but the Giants was like, I'm gonna give you 100 million and basically full control. Okay. So now I want an offensive minded coach. Yeah, I could go get Joe Brady. I could go get a Mike McDaniel. But the thing about
Or
Mike
he
McDaniel,
could have waited it out for Kubiak.
yeah, hold on, I'm finna get there. I could have went and got Mike McDaniel, but Mike McDaniel, just like Raheem, he a touchy, touchy, funny, funny. I want to be your friend, coach. No, we ain't got time for that. I could have waited for Kubiak, but do I really want to put the training wheels on the first year head coach? Okay. Oh snap, we got an experienced offensive coordinator. I mean, an experienced head coach in Kevin Stefanski. He spent 14 years in Minnesota. He spent 6 years in Cleveland as a head coach. Okay. Let me talk to him. Did our interview. Okay. So he holding himself accountable about what happened in Cleveland. Okay. So now I got an experienced head coach with some accountability. And then when it comes to Ian Cunningham, if people do their research and look at this man's resume, the year that he got signed it as an undrafted free agent was the same year he went into the front office for the Baltimore Ravens.
You know what's also funny about that year?
Was that
That was the year Matt Ryan was drafted.
exactly crazy? And then you, the way he talks about Ozzie Newsome and Eric the Coaster, the current GM for Baltimore, he said that he learned so much from Ozzie as well as Eric. They won a Super Bowl. He go to Philly. He say he learned a lot from Howie Roseman as well as Joe Douglas before Joe Douglas went to go be the GM for the Jets. We went and got experience and accountability across the board. See, yesterday and Wednesday and Tuesday, he was down in Alabama wearing Bears gear. But today, he stepped out in that red and
He
black
down
today.
there in some red and black. Hey, I want to shout out the chat real quick. Shout out to Southside Ricky and Ms. Maggie T for jumping in the chat. Hey, the link is at the top. Y'all want to join the conversation? Make sure to do it. Hit the like, subscribe, comment, and share out. The Venmo's up there if you got an extra dollar or two to spare. Hey, he made that switch. Tuesday, he was in some Chicago Bears gear. Today, he down there in some red and black. But see, notice he didn't take no little detour to Atlanta to get no little pity party, or whatever you want to refer to. He's saying, nah, let me wait till after the Senior Bowl, then we can do this little celebration down at the Benz.
Because I had a, you know, and I always look at stuff, especially businesses from type of businesses I dealt with, and it was like I said earlier, it was mentioned about the scouts were going to um, get the players together and get a list and they were going to give it to whoever the GM that they hired. I was like, man, that's not how you do. That's not how the I call him HR. That HR manager, aka GM. That's not how it goes. There is no way that I'm going to come to a team and the scouts are going to have a list for me, and I'm going to go to Matt Ryan with that list and say these are the players that we want to get. There's no way I would do that. Not starting out, because I'm pretty sure he don't know the scouts. I'm willing to bet he don't know any of those scouts.
Matt Ryan, oh
So
no.
why would you trust them to bring you a list to take
Hey,
to, to represent the defensive needs and to represent the offensive needs? So, and he probably been on the phone with Stefanski and Olbrich. He probably done said, what y'all need, what position y'all looking for. I'm gonna see if see what I see down here, and then I'll bring you whatever. I don't know if those coaches are going out there or what, but I know as a general manager, there would be no way that I could come in and let some scouts that I don't know bring me a list of names that they put together. I wouldn't do it.
or do he already know the scouts? That's
Well,
something we don't know because
well,
think about how long the rumors been out that Ian Cunningham was gonna be the GM.
Oh
Soon
yeah.
as they
Hey,
said that Matt Ryan was gonna be president, the first thing that came out is gonna be Ian Cunningham as
man.
GM.
Matter of fact, that is a rumor that even started, I think, before Terry Fontenot was even let go. That was something that was started even before the final game. So I mean, this has been in the works, man. Just like with Matt Ryan, this has been in the works for about a month now.
okay. Let's say he did know him. I'm just going by what Georgia Texas boy just said. If he does know them, and he didn't go to um, Alabama till maybe a couple of days, that's not a good look. It might not matter, but it's not a good look. The fans already kind of in an uproar about it. We divided at certain areas. Um, that wouldn't be a good look, in my opinion. So I think that him being there, even though he was there with Chicago or whatever, he still was there. He
Oh
could have
yeah.
told them, he could have said, "Look, I got to go get this interview with Atlanta. I need to go to Atlanta to talk to them guys, and I'll be down here Monday or whatever." But he didn't do that. I like that. Me myself, I like that kind of professionalism.
Hold on, I want to get back to the comment section in the chat actually. Uh,
Yeah,
Southside Ricky saying he loves it already on the job without having to be told. Yeah, hey, this is,
that's what I'm talking about.
hey, it's that. See, that's the type of leadership you need. Leadership that they don't even have to be told. They already know. They already know that there's work to do. Man, we can have a little celebration later.
He didn't give him no 2 week notice. He said, "Look, man, I got to go change clothes, man. I got another job.
Yeah, I
I'll
got
holler
another
at you.
job. Yeah.
I'll
Uh,
holler at you."
Now there's one comment here I want to discuss. Any Bears players you think he brings with him? And that made me pull up the Bears depth chart here. Man, I'm gonna ask y'all something. All right, I'm gonna ask y'all something. What do y'all think about Olamide Zaccheaus coming back to Atlanta?
No,
I already threw that on the table. I asked that
no,
question. You don't want
no,
him back?
no. I
Why
rather
not?
draft another wide. I rather draft a wide receiver. Like, what is he coming in here to do? To be the 3 or 4 wide receiver? And that's
The
the case.
slot,
Might as well just keep Casey Washington.
the slot.
But he more of a role player. He ain't coming in. He ain't coming in here to take the job.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you bring him in as a role player. Man, we
So
ain't.
why not let Casey do it? Why not let Chris Blair do it?
It never hurts to have competition.
Well, you know what? You right in that. But just like Chandler said, we've dropped the ball on that. We dropped the ball. We got seals out
Yeah.
there.
Here's another thing too. At the end of the day, we're not really in a position right now to be saying no. We don't want solid wide receiver depth. We saw one of the things we clearly need last year as far as this roster goes is wide receiver depth. So when you have an opportunity to probably bring someone like an Olamide Zaccheaus back over here, on the cheap end probably, I don't think that's something you reject. Need I mind you also, do y'all actually know who Matt Ryan threw the longest pass of his career to?
Oz, I was there too.
Shit.
I was there too.
Hey. And mind you, he did. Zacchaeus did that in his rookie season, and he was an undrafted free agent.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, Matt. I was just answering. I was just going by the question. But Georgia Texas boy, you a player guy. You see any players on
Listen,
Chicago?
listen.
Mm-hmm.
We really finna waste money on 39 catches and 212 yards. We can get the same thing out of Casey Washington. We can get the same thing
Well,
out of Chris Blair.
okay. But that's why I kind of went past that. I'm just saying, what names do you see anybody on Chicago that that
Mm, what they free
South,
agent
South,
list look like?
the Southside Ricky in
DB?
the comments section dropping the gems. OZ could be a great fourth or fifth, but we definitely should sign a legit number 2 or 3 and draft one. Yeah, I agree. Reminder. The link's in there. Join the conversation if you can, and like, subscribe, and comment and share out.
Well, I know this is gonna be an unpopular name to put in there. I think I would keep Seals. Seals the fifth. I've heard some negative words on him because of his snap count and his catch radius. But I saw him being trusted by a veteran quarterback. Had a lot of trust in him. Um, him and Drake the same size, same speed, same everything, and it ain't gonna cost much to keep him.
Yeah, but just think about how many times last season when we needed David Seals and he dropped.
He dropped about 3 passes, man.
But they was in the moment.
Okay, so now let's talk about it.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah, I want to. Well,
give
I'll
me
Me
some
let
names.
you.
personally,
I'll let you have it. But I do want to point out one instance, and during the Tampa game, the Tampa game on Thursday, late in the year, there was that one play that Kirk just had Sills for what would have been a big completion, and Sills just flat out dropped it. But he did make up for it on the play to keep the game alive. And he made a very big catch on fourth down, and that is actually what allowed the Falcons to go down and get in field goal position and win that game.
And the reason
yeah,
why go ahead, George. Go ahead.
me, in my opinion, I feel like depending on the health of Mooney, if Mooney is back to 2024 Mooney, I keep Mooney, I keep Drake, and I add another receiver. But if Mooney is not the same or Mooney don't want to be a part of this system, let him go. Save some money. Build a brand new wide receiver room.
How many receivers we keeping on the 53?
Maybe
Well,
five,
yeah,
maybe six.
five,
So okay,
no more
so
than
so he can't
six,
he can't fit
because
in the six.
because we're definitely going to carry 3 tight ends, and we might carry a fullback as well.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got
And
you.
So it
like
might just be 5 wide receivers.
going
And
off
hey,
recent history, like there was sometimes when Stefanski liked to run trips because I
oh,
believe in one year they had Odell, Amari Cooper, and they had Jarvis Landry.
Boy, that was a monster room right there.
and also, y'all, hey, they got a big decision to make on Pitts. I would definitely bring Charlie Warner back, and y'all's guy Joshua Simon.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, he
He
in
a
my
dog.
opinion, out of everyone we got there, I think he should stand a good chance of making this roster if he has a standout off season.
Yeah,
Well,
I
they signed him to a contract so that couldn't nobody just come and snatch him up.
Yeah,
I look at it like this: if because I heard folks saying, well, we should let Pitts go and go get Njoku. they gonna cost the same. So why not just
Nah.
keep Pitts?
Yeah, if they're gonna do that, nah, don't spin your wheels now. Nah.
And Kyle Pitts is younger
That's why they pulled Joshua up, man. That's the sign that I'm seeing.
because they ran a lot of two tight end set because they ran a lot of David Njoku and Harold Fanning in Cleveland.
Right.
So could we be seeing could we getting ready to be prepared to see a Kyle Pitts and a Joshua Simon in the 12 personnel
Hey,
with maybe Drake London and possibly George Pickens on the other side?
I don't think we're gonna sign George Pickens. I just think that because man, we're gonna end up paying Drake. I don't, man. What?
Or
Hey,
get a receiver
where
out?
you're?
But
That's what they're probably gonna do is they're gonna draft a wide receiver. They're not
I
gonna
don't see
sign
Drake
George
getting
Pickens.
more than 30. I don't
I
see Drake getting more than 30.
man, we don't know how much he's gonna get. He'll probably be somewhere around 30 at the end of the day. I
I
know.
say somewhere between 25 and 30 is perfect for Drake.
Yeah,
Well worth it.
but see, even if they do gotta give Drake a little, hey. Did y'all just see that the salary cap went up today, and for the first time in history, it's going to be over 300 million?
Yep.
Now, what a
Well,
lot of people don't understand, the salary cap is going to continue to go up, but you know what that means when the salary cap goes up? These contracts are going to go up as well.
Yeah, but I seen that earlier with the salary cap going up right now without the Kirk Cousins release or doing nothing else. We're sitting at 28 million.
Yeah, see that? But that's basic economics. When the salary cap goes up, so is the contracts. So I ain't gonna be one bit shocked if when Drake and see, I'm gonna have to go live as soon as I can when we sign Drake because see, I know it's been a big topic of conversation. I wouldn't be shocked if they announced Drake signed for like 35 million.
no way, man. I wouldn't do it. Maybe that's why I'm just sitting
I'm
here
just
talking on the
I'm
device. Cause I'm not gonna give him no 35
I'm
million.
just telling
He
you,
can't go over the top.
I would not be shocked.
The
Mm-mm.
key to making all of this work is Michael Penix. Michael Penix has to
Okay,
be the one.
let's talk about that. Michael Penix did an interview earlier this week with Zach Klein, and he says he's going to be ready to go week one. Are y'all buying that?
I
I'm
hope
not.
so.
Hold on. You said you don't think so, OG?
No.
Georgia Texas boy,
They
you think he is?
hope so.
I mean, we seen it with Joe Burrow.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. I want Michael Penix to succeed badly.
Me too.
I want to
So
see him
do I.
out on that field. But knowing this dude's injury history, and see this is where Matt Ryan could be useful. Even if he's not going to be directly involved, this is where he can be useful in developing Michael Penix. And see, Matt Ryan needs to be talking to those doctors just as much as anybody and getting to understand. Because this is what? This dude's fifth injury? Man, it's clear and obvious he's got these issues within his he's got issues with staying healthy. So even if it maybe means, sitting out the first 3 or 4 weeks, if that will help Michael Penix in the long run, then so be it. Now, if Michael Penix is good to go week one and he ends up being fine, I hope that's what it is. But in this situation, I would rather be safe than sorry.
Oh yeah. And I say that Michael Penix is the key to all of this because if he succeeds, we have the main position on this team under a rookie contract for the next 3 seasons. So that allows us to pay all of our premium players, bring in the people we need to bring in here until it's time to play him. And then by the time it's time to pay him, all of our main guys are already under contract.
Well, okay, but at the same time, we're talking about this still like it's in the distance. But before we know it, if Michael Penix does end up being the guy, it ain't gonna be too much in the distance.
But by the
It's gonna
time
be
that
here
comes
before.
around, by the time that
I
comes up,
understand what you're saying, but all I'm saying is that See, this is where the Falcons really screwed up with Raheem Morris. You had all these guys. You weren't paying anybody. You were able to go out. You were able to sign big in free agency, and get these guys in here. And the most you could pull out is 8 wins. That's where you really screwed up under Raheem Morris. That's why Raheem Morris ain't no longer here. So, man, like I say, the Falcons still, it's a very... See, that is why there is still going to be a sense of pressure. Because in the division you're in and the roster you have, contract situations, all that, yeah, you have cap space, but a lot of that cap space is going to be spent on your own guys. And hell, you even got to do some business this offseason with re-signing some of your guys. You got to bring Kane Ellis back. We talk like we got to get Pitts back here. We probably got to accept the fact that Algier's going to be let go. We got to get some extensions done starting this offseason. Drake and Diablo, I think, are 2 extensions we're going to see happen. That's going to leave a decision to, do you re-sign Jesse Bates? Do you just let Jesse Bates play the final year of this contract? Or do you maybe see what Jesse Bates is worth on the trade market? So these are the decisions that Aiden Cunningham is stepping into, and this is really what is going to test him at the end of the day.
That's why he needs to have his hands in on all of the scouting. That's why I said I'm glad he's already in Alabama, even though he was there with Chicago, but he was already there. So that's going to determine, because he already know we have limited draft picks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Now with this, you said they'll run a fullback scheme with the Tommy Boy and
That's what Stefanski did in Cleveland.
Okay. So now, is that gonna suggest that our quarterback is going to be required to go in the center more?
Oh, it does.
No doubt.
I'm just throwing it out there. In a question. But yeah, see, that's the thing. And believe it or not, that quarterback seat gonna be hot this season. It's gonna be hot.
Oh yeah. Now, when Michael Penix does get out there, there's going to be a little pressure. There's going to be some pressure on him.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but we all know Stefanski ain't got no problem with switching out quarterbacks.
Oh yeah. Shit.
He ain't got no problem now. How many he switched out last season? 5? 6? And he traded one. But let one go. Okay. Yeah.
Like they were playing QB roulette over. Man, he ain't scared to play some QB roulette.
See, look, you ain't got to worry about no quarterback playing hurt with him.
Hey, I see everyone watching. Appreciate y'all. Hit the link. Join the conversation. Hit the like. Share it out. Let the channel and let the conversation continue to grow. Subscribe. Hit up the Venmo, and if you can spare $1, be so kind and support Georgia Texas Boy. Drop your channel. He may have had to step away.
Right.
But I'm up here with Georgia Texas Boy, and I'm up here with OG3 Dirty, the professor. So join the conversation. We got a comment in here. Need to bring in some competition for Penix Jr., Mac Jones, or Willis if they can pull it off.
I told you that seat gonna be hot.
What do y'all think?
Yeah. Yes, sir. That seat gonna be hot, man.
The whole thing about Mac Jones, we're going to have to spend something to get Mac Jones because he's still under contract for the 49ers.
Yeah, so I don't see Mac Jones happening.
Malik Willis, I think he's not leaving Green Bay.
Mm.
I wouldn't.
I
So
mean,
give me some names, buddy. Give us some quarterback names that we can use um, behind Penix. Let's say up to week 5, since they claim he's gonna
uh,
be back.
Jameis,
Kenny Pickett.
Flacco,
Mm,
Davis Mills. See, I like
I
the
I
idea of
think
Davis
Davis
Mills.
Mills. I think Davis Mills signed a 1 year extension with the Houston, so he won't
Mm.
be a free agent until next
And
year.
see, you probably gonna have to pay him a little bit too. But I like the idea
Oh
if you
yeah,
can bring Davis Mills up in here. That's who I would like. I think he'd be a. I think that would be a very good backup situation, just like Matt Ryan had with Matt Schaub. That could be a very good if and luckily Matt Schaub only had to start one game. When he was here backing up Matt Ryan. But that could be a
yeah.
very good situation for
Or
the
maybe like
quarterback
a
room.
Gardner Minshew
Yeah,
or Carson
I
Wentz.
wasn't. That's who I was thinking about. Gardner Minshew. That's another one.
And then in 2027, we just draft a quarterback in the draft, and it's a competition.
So y'all kind of saying that Trask don't have a chance.
Who?
Trask.
Who you talking about? Kyle
Maybe.
Trask?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did sign him. I've been forgetting that.
I
Shout out to
mean,
the chat, Ms. Maggie, saying I'm washing dishes and listening. We appreciate your support, Ms. Maggie. Appreciate everyone's support.
I forgot about Kyle Trask. I mean, that would be the cheapest route since he already on the roster.
Hey man, put the fire on them in camp OTAs. See what he got. Since Penix supposed to be coming back so early, so quick.
I mean, he did get to go like this go around. He got to go to way better doctors than he got to go to the last
Oh
go
yeah,
around.
oh yeah. Hey,
Oh, he went to the best.
man. Hey, and it's an NFL thing more so, but Arthur Blank knows those he knows those top medical experts.
Come on now.
Well, a lot of his money go towards the medical field anyway. As far as his
Oh yeah, he
involvement.
opened up that new children's hospital.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, if
I'm pretty
Penix
sure that he
if
done touched some people.
if Penix can come back, training camp ready to go, because we already know he already has a playbook. So when he ain't working out, when he ain't doing his rehab, he already in the playbook. He knows, just like we all know, he gonna have to get under center. So we don't think he already preparing himself to get under center.
They saying he's doing squats right now.
What? Wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
and man, he's only what 2 months out from surgery.
Well, they got some stuff they put in there now, boy, to just get
Then
it.
we got what 3, 4 more months to training camp, 5 more months to training camp.
Wow.
And the good thing
That-
now is that he don't gotta, work around Matt Ryan's schedule and stuff like that. Matt Ryan can be there just about every day to, really see. This is why I say, everyone says, well, Matt Ryan's not going to be involved with, stuff happening on, the field. He's just going to kind of be that final guy setting the vision. I mean, he will be involved with stuff on the field, obviously, but like he's not going to be actually out there doing it. But as far as Michael Penix goes, Matt Ryan especially needs to have some of his attention focused on that.
Man, that's in his blood, man. There's no way that I know he wants to let everybody do what they do, but I know he's gonna especially pay some extra attention to that quarterback situation.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Of
not
course,
because of because of where we're at, but it's just in his blood, and he knows what it takes to be successful and be the impact for the team, and how to lead the team or whatever. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna give him the benefit of his experience and
well
his
yeah,
seniority in
but
the league.
right now especially, we can all agree Michael Penix probably needs that.
I feel like that was the whole point of bringing in Stefanski. You give your young quarterback an experienced offensive minded head coach. Just like all these other young quarterbacks in the league, they all got either an experienced minded head coach or an experienced minded offensive coordinator. All of them. That's what Michael Penix didn't have. He had a brand new offensive coordinator and a defensive minded head coach.
Yeah.
So yeah. And Tommy, I call him Tommy Boy. That's gonna be my nickname for my OC. But he he he's gonna have a lot to work with. You know, once he tell them what they figure out which way they're gonna go with the with the getting the players in place with their contracts or whatever, and then I would hate to see Algier go though. That's why I'm not really talking much
Yeah,
about
there's a
that. I
there's a
want
comment
Algier
in
to have
here
success.
asking, you think they try and keep Tom? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Algiers gone.
Man, Algier finna go be a starter somewhere.
Yeah. And see, it
Where you
ain't
gonna start at?
the the thing. Man, he could go to Pittsburgh and start probably.
He can go to Denver
Denver,
and
yeah,
start
somewhere like that.
the Chargers.
And he gonna be a 3 down running back.
If listen, if a team's gonna give him that opportunity, he's gonna take it.
Me myself, I think he's more effective if he's used correctly in a role playing position. I think he does. He has more of an impact
Yeah, but at the
than
same
being
time,
that three
the
down
the
back.
t- the type of guy that the player Algier is he's the type of running back that if you want him at his best, you have to get him going early. Or you have to give him. Algier gets better with each carry he gets. So the reason why maybe Algier's stat line hasn't looked so hot in many instances is because he just really hasn't gotten the rock as much.
If you're a smart coach, as far as that's concerned, you don't worry about the carries or whatever. You also got to bear in mind when he gets those carries. When he get those touches. Where are they on the field when he get those touches? How is he in the red zone? Has he fumbled since he been in the NFL? I don't think so.
Yes, yes. Oh, Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Those are the things that you gotta, in my opinion, you gotta look at when you're looking at Algier. Now, if you're
And,
talking
and
about
then I
giving him
think everything
25
that you
carries a
just
game,
said is the
huh?
reason that he can be a starter.
Okay.
Somebody gonna give him a chance. Just look, the Broncos went through like five running backs this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Someone
The
said
Chargers.
Tyler could end up in Kansas City, and he could end up actually being a protection back for Mahomes. Yeah, I mean that's actually a spot he could go also.
Yep.
And I would hate to see him go to Kansas City, and we got to meet them boys next season.
Oh yeah, we
Cause Andy Reid gonna let it do what it do,
shit.
man. Shoot. Hmm.
But I think this offseason, I think Arthur Blank gonna open up the checkbook. Hey, Kevin Stefanski, you got a blank check. Ian Cunningham, you got a blank check. Go get who
Man,
y'all want.
you got to look at that also. I know it's not as big of an issue as other
Man,
aspects of it,
let me tell you
but
what
you got to watch where you're gonna
let
go.
let me tell you what Arthur Blank's doing with this checkbook. It seems like at this point, Arthur Blank, it's still his checkbook and all, but he trusts Matt Ryan so much. He's handing Matt that checkbook and say, "Here, I'll foot the bill. Do what you need to do, and we'll go from there." That's how it's gonna
I'm
roll.
I'm telling you, I think like once the Stefanski was hired, I think they was already talking. Him, Matt, and Ian. They just got to go through the procedures because it's already been stated that Ian was going to be the GM. And then just like in the press conference. Stefanski was like, well, the roster, that's not my lane. We gotta wait a week for our GM to be here. Then how did he know that a week from that day, our GM gonna have a press conference too?
Well, I mean, that's an interesting way to look at it.
Because
Um,
wasn't Stefanski press conference just this past Tuesday?
Yeah.
yeah,
So they got things with doing press conferences on a Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Nah, you know what they saying. They got the club going up on a Tuesday, so shit. They do those press conferences, then after, you know where they go right down the road.
Both hirings, well, actually, all three hirings was made on the weekend, Friday or Saturday. Well, Ian Cunningham was made last night.
And look, um, did Minnesota get rid of their let their GM go?
Hey, I want to talk about that too. See, we talk behind the scenes. Minnesota let their GM go. Do you not think that Matt Ryan is impeccable on timing with these hires?
I tell you, man, them phone calls be coming in, buddy. Phone calls definitely be coming in. So that was another. He ducked another one. So he ducked a good one with his head coach. He pulled the trigger, and then he pulled the trigger again on Cunningham. So
Hold on.
he's
Here's
staying on
someone
course.
saying in the comments that Cleveland may cut Denzel Ward, and that could be a great addition to our secondary. What do y'all think about Denzel Ward?
He's decent. Um, but what is he gonna cost?
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. You going if you're able to get him on the decent, yeah, I'm for bringing him in. But
Because I had go ahead.
I'm only doing that though if I can get him on the decent.
Yeah, because I had looked at him a couple of weeks ago, and on the defensive side to see if we could work with him. But I think he's making quite a bit of money that would might be um a bit high, being that we got AJ.
Yeah. And you also are going to have to worry about potentially if you extend Jesse or not.
Right.
And you
Yeah,
got
all of that stuff is gonna pay dividends.
because look, you still have a lot of your guys you got to pay this off season. And in my opinion, the guy you have to keep the most is Caden Ellis. You got to keep Caden Ellis and Diablo together.
And
I
they
think
talking
this
about
defense is staying intact. Like you retaining Obrick, you retaining majority of the defensive coaches. I think this defense will stay intact. I think Caden Ellis, I could really see Kyle Pitts and Caden Ellis being the main two
Yeah.
choices to deal with this offseason. Jesse, don't worry about the extension right now. You can give him an extension maybe halfway during the season.
Okay.
how does that work?
I mean, it happens. You can extend guys halfway through the year.
Huh.
Focus on Drake because that's gonna save us money.
And
Giving
Diablo.
Drake his extension, yeah. Or you can just wait till the off season for Diablo
Man, I don't
because
think
if
you
he
can
want
wait
to
till
be
the
here,
off
he
season
gonna
for
be here.
Diablo. I don't think you can wait till the off season for Diablo. If he comes out and has another good year, he might be really inclined to test the open market and see how much he can get. You gotta get that sucker locked up now.
Maybe, or he could be loyal to Atlanta for giving him an opportunity
Hopefully.
to start. Hopefully. But I don't think that's a priority right now because we got Matthew Bergeron coming up.
Oh, Bergeron's one I've been forgetting about also. Yeah, you got it. Oh, yeah, I've been totally forgetting about Bergeron. So you have probably about 3 extensions you got to get done this offseason. And 2 guys you have to re-sign. So a lot of this money you talk about, and see, this is why I'm going to be honest with y'all too. I don't see Darnell Mooney being here. I just think there's too much money that can be saved that could, essentially go into re-signing someone like perhaps Kay Nellis or Diablo. That's just, they're going to have to look at Darnell Mooney and the fact that they're valuing tight ends now. They're just going to have to say, hey, we appreciate you for your contributions here, especially your first year, and good luck elsewhere.
Now, I will say this: if Mooney is healthy, I would keep Mooney and still add another wide receiver because that what made us lethal when we had Drake, Mooney, and Ray Ray. But I feel like if we're going to be running a lot of 12 personnel, we need somebody opposite Drake
You're
who
going
either
to,
going to
hey,
take the top off or the defense going to show some respect to.
listen, you're going to have to make a tough decision at some point, and Mooney might be one of those tough decisions you have to make.
I don't know, man. It was just something going on with Mooney, man. That just wasn't. I wasn't feeling him.
Man, it's a business.
Yeah, I'm just talking about his energy, man. As far as
I understand that.
yeah,
But that go back to Raheem Morris. You knew this man was not 100% since training camp, and he never went on IR one time. And then
right.
you came out in week 11 and said he got a broken collarbone.
But nothing against Raheem, but that coaching staff, I saw the incompetence in that coaching staff the first season when Raheem came in, and I called it out at that time. But I was just accusing not giving him a chance. But if you're supposed to be a head
Who
coach,
who who
20
is
something years
accusing
in
you? Who is accusing you of not giving him a chance?
well, we ain't gonna call no names now. So I got video documented evidence though.
All right.
But I also found out that um the sentiments were the same at one time, but I guess everybody, we changed with the change. So, but
Hey,
I saw the incompetence in that, how you got these guys coming in and you all are not on the same page and doing little stuff like you're not playing your players in the preseason that are really green. You got your guy upstairs in the booth like he a 10-year veteran with some success calling the plays from the booth and stuff like that, man. You know,
Hey, but we ain't got to worry about that now.
we ain't got to worry about that now.
We ain't got to worry about that now.
Um,
Like, hey, what's my line? The new era
New
is
era
here.
is here.
All we can do is get behind this new front office of Greg Beatles, Matt Ryan, Ian Cunningham, and Kevin Stefanski, and just
You right.
hey, you keep talking about that new era. I'm excited to see what them new uniforms are going to look like.
man, man, if they can bring the red helmets back permanently, make them the every week helmets.
Yeah, I like the red. I like the red helmet and I like the little gold stripe they got in. They added.
Oh yeah.
Is there a story behind that gold stripe?
Georgia, it's a connection to Georgia Tech.
Okay, so they got the Bulldogs and the Tech on the or should I not have said that?
You shouldn't have mentioned the Bulldogs. And I know I
Okay.
won't piss some people off saying that, but I don't give a fuck.
Watch out now.
Oh yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. I do not like Georgia Tech at all.
Well, I'm pretty all right with Georgia Tech, but I can't. I'm not a Georgia fan. That's just how I am.
What's your team?
Roll Tide.
Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh, mm.
I know. I told you OG at one point.
I I probably ignored you if you did say that.
Man,
I
I
can't
think
take
y'all
it so
had
much.
coach. So how y'all Bama fans liking the board?
Well, I mean, I'll say that I'll say this about DeBoer, and this is just my opinion. This is my position. It's very hard to um, be the guy that's replacing the guy, but I mean, there's still some questionable things. My big thing with DeBoer is when, and this was kind of his first season, when you lose to Vanderbilt and you lose to Oklahoma, and even that Oklahoma loss this year, even though they did redeem themselves in the playoffs, man, you can't be. Those are just those things that you can't be doing. You can't be losing to the lesser opponent.
Well, I think the portal and all of that changed the game up. That's why Saban left. He could, he was buying them Hellcats, and them boys said, "Nah, man, that ain't gonna get it no more. We got to go where the money at."
But hey, speaking of which, what do you think about y'all Georgia fans up in here? Y'all think Zachariah Branch has a chance to fall to the second round?
I wish.
And I know OG over here. He's been big on what's your boy's name? Lee Hunter.
From Texas Tech.
Oh
But I
yeah.
was told last night, don't call his name no more. They tired of Texas Tech players. We done had our field of Texas Tech.
Mm.
Um, I don't know why, but I like that
That
guy. He about
that
340.
Man, but he might be another one too that is off the board before we have a chance to snag him up.
but the wide receiver from Georgia who I like besides Zachariah Brett, Dylan Bell. Telling you, I think Dylan Bell could be a Debo Samuel type.
Oh yeah, I could actually see Dylan Bell fitting very well in Kevin Stefanski's offense.
Well, we're gonna soon find out
I'm just
because
wondering.
we got them skill positions we're gonna have to fill.
I'm just wondering if they're gonna do a draft party again this year, even though we don't have a first round pick. If maybe they'll do it on Friday night this year.
Mm, I don't know. That's kind of I think that kind of defeats the purpose for that first round pick. Not for us not to be in the first round
Yeah,
unless they're gonna do it. Go ahead.
I mean, see, the thing with the draft party though, it ain't just you go there. I mean, it's at the stadium, and it ain't just like you go there to watch them announce the draft picks. You get to meet players. They have all sorts of interactive stuff. And if Miss Maggie's still in here, she can tell y'all too. I actually met Miss Maggie at the draft party with ATL Will this past the last draft when we drafted Walker, and I was out of there by the time we traded back up and drafted Pierce. But yeah, when we drafted Walker, I went there and we got to tour the locker room and all that. So it's almost like kind of a. I remember back in the day when the Falcons used to do fan fest in either like May or they'd maybe do it in July, some time like that. You could tour the locker room and all that. They essentially do that on draft night now. You can go and tour the locker room. You can meet players. They have all sorts of stuff going. It's a nice little thing. So, and it's of course a way for them to make some, for Arthur Blank to make some nice little pocket change, even off of concessions and all that. So, I think hopefully they still do it.
Okay. Well, that's on my list to do. That was one of the things that I haven't done. Go to one of those, go to a draft party, go to the open practice if they have one at the Benz, and then go to a practice at Flowery Branch. I've never been yet, so
Hey, Georgia,
I'll make.
Texas boy, I'm telling you, you gotta get to the bins for a game this year.
I know I do. I know I do.
Have you seen the Falcons when they come to Arizona?
Yep.
You
Oh,
were you
okay.
were just at the game in
Cool.
December, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My God, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. And when I was in Texas, if they was in Dallas, I'm trying to be there too.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
Houston. Because
if they come
I'm
through that
like,
side of if
yeah.
they come through that side of the country, man, you got to go see them, bro.
It was
You
like
just got to
my
do what
first
you got
year
to do.
here. My first year here, that's when we played the Raiders in Vegas. But I didn't get to go to that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Miss Maggie's in the chat saying it's still an experience. Yeah, it's an experience, and,
Okay.
and it's a way for them to, for Mr. Blank to pocket some, pocket a little bit of money just off selling them, cheap concessions. So I mean, still, it's a good event. If the Falcons, they're all about fan appreciation. I would still do it.
Okay.
Have a little fan fest, do some panels and stuff like that. But listen, I see y'all in there and I appreciate y'all's support. But make sure y'all like and subscribe and comment and share out. And if you can, join up the panel, join the conversation. Your voice is, welcomed and it's wanted and it's appreciated. So get up on the panel if you can.
Come on in. I'm up here with these two content creators. Three Dirty is not a content creator. He's just a guy that, hey man, this guy both of these guys allowed me to hit the link, man, and just come in and talk Falcon football, man. And I appreciate it from both of you guys, man. Because up here in North Carolina, boy, don't nobody want to talk to me about no Falcons unless they talking about 28-3
Shit, yeah. You around a bunch of Panthers fans and Redskins and Steelers fans.
and Dallas.
Dallas, yeah.
Yup. So so yeah, this right here is like this is like Chuck E. Cheese. I'm in Chuck E. Cheese now with my grandkids.
Southside Ricky, I'm trying to go to the game against the Ravens. My twin brother is a Ravens fan. That's what's up. Let's see. I go to the Saints game every year. Hey, appreciate y'all that come to the games. Hey, eventually we gotta do one big. We gotta get Georgia Texas boy down here, and we gotta do a meetup. All y'all, we'll meet up somewhere. Maybe in the backyard before the game, or meet up somewhere close to Molly B's or wherever on the Sky Bridge before the game or after the game or something. We all gotta meet up eventually.
Hey man, we just got to put a plan together.
Yeah.
Yep, it can be done. Definitely can be done.
So so what's the main positions y'all think that we need to add to this team? Whether it's free agency
Wide
or
re-
the draft, or
wide
free agency
receiver,
and the draft.
wide receiver,
Get
and
us a big tank
and
on
more wide
defense. We need a
receiver, and
tank.
then that big tank.
We need that
Yeah.
tank, man.
Cornerback.
Yeah, a little more depth there, and a little more depth at linebacker won't hurt as well. Even though Harrison did all right when he was playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right about that linebacker position. I just don't really feel real well. The nose tackle kind of help us with the linebacker position.
And could they let Ellis walk and put Jalen in Ellis' position?
Shout out to Southside Ricky. He's saying, I ain't never been to a game. Hell, I've never even been to Atlanta. I'm from Florida. Hey,
man.
hey, you ever come to Atlanta? You gonna see it's quite an experience. Just,
Yes, it is.
just don't get caught up on the wrong side of town late at night after a game.
Mm. Yeah, that's anywhere though, boy. You gotta be very careful.
Oh yeah, but yeah, like is so. Are we expecting Mike Hughes to come back as cornerback too, or are they planning on putting Kobe Bryant at CB2? Are we gonna bring in a free agent cornerback?
I think they're gonna still have to explore free agency for that position. That or they might draft another corner in day three.
I think we might bring in mm, I think we might bring in a free agent center. I think they might bring in a veteran center for Michael Penix.
Okay.
Don't bring in a rookie
Who
center. I think they might bring in a
who
veteran.
you think that's gonna be?
I had to check them out. I don't heard names like Tyler Limbaugh from the
Oh
Ravens.
yeah,
He's a
hey,
free
that,
agent,
that that's that they're saying that's a top coveted free agent. So,
but
but
I
I mean,
think he might resign.
you
That's Baltimore.
you would have to throw the book at him.
Yep.
But listen, Bill Callahan being the offensive line coach now, that could be a commodity also.
Right. He's got a pretty good endorsement following him though. The offensive line coach.
Yep.
Yeah, they high on that guy.
As well as the wide receiver coach. The wide receiver coach was about to go to New York with John Harbaugh,
Wait a minute,
but
Um,
who's the
Talking
wide
about
receiver
Trent.
coach?
Prince.
Trent. Yeah.
I didn't even know they hired a wide receivers coach.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Hold on a minute.
That's
Like
why I
I
was
like
saying.
that Stefanski is putting experience on
See,
his staff.
y'all keep
We
me.
retained our running backs coach. We retained our tight ends coach. We retained our assistant O lineman's coach. We
Man, you have to bring in them veterans, man. It's
Yeah.
okay to bring in the young, hot shots, but come on, man.
Jeff Obrick, keep who you want to keep, bring in who you want to bring in. This is your defense. Me and Tommy, we got the offense.
And it can't get no user friendly than that.
Special team coach, he got a solid resume from his days at Tennessee. He had a good special teams at his days in Miami. Let's hope he light years better than Marquise Williams.
I think Marquise, man, I think he just kind of got lost in the wash with the changes in
Oh
special
yeah, they
teams
changed all sorts
rule
of
wise.
roles. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just think he couldn't figure it out. Um,
And Ra-
especially with the personnel that he had on the
and,
field.
and Raheem probably told him, "Man, I ain't gonna let you go."
Well, we know how that turned out. Yep, that didn't turn out very well.
And so, as for a fullback, do we just make Charlie Warner a full time fullback or fullback slash H back?
Hey, and y'all stay warm this weekend too. Saying it. Hey, how much snow they saying y'all gonna get, OG?
Shoot, a foot.
You all, I'm sure you had to go stock up today at the store.
Man, I stay ready. I don't have to get ready. I stay ready.
Luckily, they saying it ain't gonna be any ice, so we can just we can kind of enjoy the snow.
They said 97%.
Mm.
Yep. Tomorrow afternoon started. It probably gonna start in the morning.
Oh yeah, yeah. It'll probably yeah. They're saying it's gonna start here around like 9 o'clock.
Yep. But nah, man, we probably get about 6 inches,
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, 'cause if they claim it's supposed to do a lot more than what it did last week, they just got did a warm up, did a walkthrough,
yeah.
a Wednesday walkthrough on us. So yep, it won't bother me either way. I'm gonna be in the house.
Yeah. So if y'all are in the area and snows in your forecast, just be alert because they're saying it's gonna come tomorrow. Hey, that's probably why they went ahead and got this deal. Another reason they got this deal finalized with Ian Cunningham, because even though Ian Cunningham probably is kind of used to the snow, still inclement weather. You want to get all your deals done before any of that can come in and cause any further delays.
It probably wasn't him. It probably was the guys in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he probably come down there and be like, "Hey, man," be like, "Man, we can't come pick you up at the airport, man.
man,
The sprinter guy, he can't drive." Be like,
man,
"Man, I get me a rental car.
they'll,
I'll be there."
they'll be blaming him for bringing the snow. Shoot.
Well, they said, yeah, old boy was saying that don't blame him for
Yeah,
bringing that cold
Stefanski.
weather
Yeah,
from yeah.
because hey, it was cold on Tuesday. It was sunny, but boy, it was cold out there. A crisp, cold, clear sky, and that's a lot of y'all. It's probably going to shock a lot of y'all to hear this out of me, but that's actually my type of weather right there. A crisp, cold, clear sky.
Uh, I don't do that snow. These last few years, when I was in Texas, and we started having the winter storms like y'all dealing with now, and a few years back, I stayed in the Midwest. Oh no, you talking about some snow? No, sir.
Someone's in the
It's
comment
it.
is asking about Tyreek Hill. What do y'all think about that?
Mm,
Nah, because even though he left Miami he gonna leave Miami by default. I don't think we can afford him
hey,
for what we're
but
gonna
if
get.
if it's reasonable, that's
I
that
don't,
downfield stretch that we need. And you
hey,
keep Mooney,
oh,
that,
I don't know about that one, but that'll be illegal. We have both of them guys.
like I think it's open season in Atlanta. I think Arthur Blank say, "All right, Matt, do what needs to be done."
Hey, y'all know how it is. Bring the Bears
What
backup quarterback in here, Badgen, or however you say it, Tyler Badgen, or whatever his name is. What do y'all think about that?
That's a possibility.
uh, I don't know, man. I think, and I'm just speaking. It's not from me, but I just think that he don't need to bring no quarterbacks from Cleveland to Atlanta.
Badger come from the Bears.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Stefanski. I'm sorry. Oh, from the Bears? Okay, he can do whatever he want to do. You're right. Yeah, see, I'm just kind of a little. My skin kind of thin about who we bring from Chicago, from
Yeah.
Cleveland,
Oh
My
because
yeah.
whole
yeah.
my whole thing about the quarterback situation is since we said that Michael Penix is the franchise, are we bringing in a young quarterback to be the backup, or are we bringing in a veteran quarterback to be the backup? Like, are we going after somebody like Trey Lance or somebody like Dirty Bird Fly Through just said, Tyler Badgett, like somebody who's also trying to be a starter or somebody who's comfortable being a backup, somebody who's comfortable being a bridge until the starter is ready to play.
That's probably what they're gonna want. They're probably gonna want somebody that's gonna be comfortable with being a backup or just being a bridge till we bring our player in.
Because I still feel like you if Michael Penix is 100% ready to play, you got to give him 17 games to see what you got. If you don't like what you got at Michael Penix, you draft a quarterback in 2027 and you don't pick up his fifth year option after this season coming up.
Oh yeah. Hey, he's playing for that fifth year option this year.
That's why look, that's why he at the facility. He wanted look, he wanted his head coach to know that he already in the facility.
Yeah.
Come on, give me the playbook.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that,
let me
hey,
get the
and why
playbook.
he's doing these interviews with Zach Klein too. He's trying to make it known to the city. Michael Penix knows there's some pressure on him and knows that he's got to make a statement.
Yeah, no doubt. He definitely needs to do that. Not just for the fans, but for himself too. Because I know he got high hopes for himself, high expectations, especially coming off of that loss in the national championship. He wants to, he wants to prove that he can compete and that was just one game, at least to himself, like I said.
They're talking about Will Levis also as a backup.
Hmm. Will Levis. I don't see. I don't know that. I don't know that much about him. Only that he beat us.
What wasn't that his first career start too?
Yep.
Yeah, but after that, I didn't really hear much from him. I didn't hear much. Not on my end. I didn't. I wasn't impressed with.
Could Will Levis have been a Sam Darnold situation to where it just was bad coaching?
That's a strong possibility. He was there with Vrabel, right?
Vrabel and Callahan before they decided to draft Cam Ward.
Okay.
I tell you, by the way, they're putting a solid group around Cam Ward. I like what they're doing in Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you got Brian
I think.
Dable as an
Yeah,
OC.
I think they're heading up. I think they're going to be all right.
You got a top five pick, and you got money to spend in free agency, and you got a defensive head coach to keep in your defensive free agents. I just hope this go round with this regime and the talent that we got that we finally get over the hump. I'm sick of just being right there about to go over the hump and then roll back down the hill.
I'm gonna be from my end. I don't. My expectation is I just don't want to play look bad. I don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot every time.
Mhm.
I don't want that. I'm tired of that. We out here like well, y'all probably too young to remember him. It used to be a guy on the Flintstones. He was Slap Rock. He was a bad luck dude. Um, if anything could happen, man, it would happen to him. I don't want to be Slap Rock anymore. So that's why it's important that we put this thing together, and some teams are just going to have to beat us.
Oh yeah. Hey, you're going to have to beat us.
Yeah,
That's
you're going to have to beat us.
yeah.
You know, they pulling up at, oh, yeah, we got Atlanta next week. Look, we're gonna get to Atlanta early. We're gonna go to Magic City the night before the game. We ain't worrying about that.
Yeah, that'll distract your ass real quick. Not, not,
Yeah.
not, nice, nice way. Hey, not nice women, nice way to get yourself distracted.
Well, coming to Atlanta, man. That was just saying. We went up there to New York to the Jets, man. I was like, man, I know we not gonna let these boys hang in there with Tyrod Taylor.
Shit, hey, Raheem, hey, he made himself a little too comfortable. He went back home. He got some of Mama's cooking. It was a week of Thanksgiving. I mean, shit. That boy, he was. All you had to do was beat the fucking Jets to get in the playoffs, and he got so distracted by being back home and getting Mama's cooking that he ended up losing to those suckers.
Hey, fellas, I'm finna head out.
All
Hey,
right.
man, appreciate you, big man. Hey, what
Yes,
time is it
sir.
over there?
5:53.
Hey, and you going live this
Okay,
weekend?
Yes, sir. I'll be going live Sunday for 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
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 Check me out.
I'll be checking you out, bro. Hey, man,
Appreciate it.
your
Yeah,
information, man, so the people can
matter
know.
matter of fact, I think you can do it. I think you can do it in the chat. Actually, Georgia, Texas boys. So drop your information in the chat after after you head off the panel, so the people can subscribe to you.
I got you. All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Later.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, Georgia, Texas boy. He's a good dude. Y'all need to go check him out. What else y'all need to do is y'all need to hit like and subscribe and comment and share out. Listen, man, join the conversation. It's me, it's Three Dirty. Join the conversation. We want to hear from more voices. Let your opinion known about what you think is going on with the Atlanta Falcons right now. Now, going back to Ian Cunningham, OG, you were talking earlier, and we touched a little bit on Ozzie Newsome and Howie Roseman, and how that really credits the pedigree that Ian Cunningham has created. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'm more familiar with Ozzy. Ozzy, man, was back then what he kind of changed the
Hold on a
game for the
second, OG.
Titans.
Y'all see Georgia Texas Boy just dropped his channel. All y'all watching, go there real quick and sub to Georgia Texas Boy. Continue.
Yeah, he kind of changed the game, man. He was a tough, um, just a tough guy that the team that they depended on him. They knew he was going to give it his all. One game, man, this guy left it all on the field. They carried him. They had to carry his own teammates because they knew he was going to give it all. Sometimes they had to save him from himself, and he brought that intensity into the front office. You know, and we don't even need to even go up calling no names from Baltimore that he was responsible of bringing in. Now this other guy, I didn't know much about him, but I knew that he came from under Ozzy. That was enough, and definitely what he did, what he was a part of at his last job, his last position, what he was a part of. But of course, he wasn't the general manager, so you know
Hey,
he's not going to get the credit
and
that
not just that. This guy
doing that.
knows his value. He knows what is. Hey, I appreciate y'all for supporting Georgia Texas Boy. Appreciate that. Y'all heard him. He'll be live Sundays, 4 p.m. Eastern. One of the things that was said actually, I forget who said it. I was gonna say he knows his worth. Ian Cunningham knows his worth, and he knows what is best for him. Do y'all know that Ian Cunningham could have been a general manager 3 years ago? He was offered
In Arizona,
the
right?
Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, he was offered the job in Arizona 3 years ago. He didn't take that job. Fast forward 3 years later, Take a look at where Arizona is right now. They're saying Arizona's opening is the worst one. They're saying Arizona's GM is the worst GM in the league, and it's probably the worst situation in the league. This dude could have been a GM 3 years ago, but turned that Arizona job down because he knew that wasn't a good situation. So the fact that he decided now was the time, it goes and shows you that this guy was going to be a GM. It was clear and cut. It was just about, essentially, it was about where he wanted to be a GM. And the fact that he wanted to come out of all places to Atlanta, I think it speaks volume of what he thought about this job.
Well, you know, I know people say it's business, all of it's business, but at the same time, you have to protect the integrity of your name and what you stand for. So he was able to say, "Nah, I don't want. I'm not going to take that position because y'all got a dumpster fire out there. And once I go there, my name is going to be attached to it, even though it was full blown before I got there." So that was another thing that when I heard about that stood out to me also, that he turned down a higher position and a higher paying um position. So that was kudos to him, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, see, we're dealing with the guy who, and see, when you have a guy like that who understands his worth and understands that there is clear value to him, those are guys that you want. You don't want someone that's just happy to have the position, and happy to, have been offered the job. You want a guy that means business. A guy that says, I could have been, of all places in the world, I chose to come here because I believe in what I can do here. That was the situation. And see, those are things in life that you just have to realize. When you have to realize what can put myself in the best situation to succeed at a job. That's the story of life sometimes. And Ian Cunningham has had to navigate that. He's had plenty of opportunities, but now he saw was the right time to finally take that next step.
Yeah, cause the money gonna be there. All of the other stuff is gonna be there, but at the end of the day, man, your name, you know, what you've done is gonna be there. I mean, what's gonna matter the most, cause the money gonna be spent. The money gonna get spent. Yet once you get a good name, that's what you want to keep, cause everything else is eventually gonna go away. So yeah, that's a good move. You know, he showed some integrity and he had some vision also, and some discipline, because most people going for that paycheck.
Oh yeah. But I mean, like we mentioned, he's hitting the ground running already.
Oh yeah, he already in Alabama. Cause I sure was looking for him to go to Atlanta till I found out he was there, and I was like, okay, that's what we need right there. We need somebody got his sleeves already rolled up, and he letting the people do their job. And he just making sure that he's doing his. And I think the Falcon fans should feel good about that also. And I know people got their own, everybody had their own um look to see who they wanted or thought should come. But both of those guys were pretty much qualified for that position. Matt Ryan made the choice along with whoever else was involved in it, and that's what we got to roll with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Shout out to everyone in the chat. 21 in the chat, like Ms. Maggie said. So hit the like and make sure y'all subscribe and comment and share out. And the link is pinned at the top. So some of y'all, once again, I'm gonna say it. Y'all gonna get tired of me saying it, but hey, hit the link. Hit the link. Join the conversation if you can. Y'all been dropping some great gems in the chat tonight. Y'all have been a very engaging audience. So I definitely do appreciate that. But once again, Atlanta Falcons general manager Ian Cunningham, very hard at work already. No time to waste. Saying that he can wait for the MBS buffet after he gets his job done down at the Senior Bowl.
When is the Senior Bowl? Are they gonna play? They still play the
I
games?
I believe the Senior Bowl. I'm not sure if I thought it might have been Sunday, but it may be tomorrow actually.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it's tomorrow. So
okay.
they got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. So, if you end up snowed in, there'll be some good stuff to watch. Yeah.
Is anybody in the chat? Well, I can't see the chat, but is anybody asking any questions or?
Oh yeah, we've had questions that have been asked in the chat. I want to
Hey,
go to
man,
actually
yeah,
one.
yeah, pull them up, man, and
Yeah. Hey,
give them
listen at work,
some
can't hit the
explanations and some
link, but I
answers.
can. Hey, if you can hit the link, it's all good, But as long as y'all can support, but when y'all do get a chance to hit the link, I want see. My thing is this: I want to hear from people. I like when Three Dirty comes up here. I like when people come up and engage in conversation. But if you can hit the link, it's all good. Keep it flowing in the chat. Uh, very much appreciate it. Here's one right here. Michael Pinnock said on the podcast that Bridgewater was one of the guys he looked up to when he was younger. So, what do you think that could potentially mean? Anything? You think maybe they bring Teddy Bridgewater in as a consultant or whatever, or maybe they even, because I'm gonna be honest. Bridgewater didn't look in football shape.
Nah, that's why I didn't say anything. Nah, that's a real quick no for me.
He was clearly
Um,
not in football shape.
right, because I had dropped his name last year in some conversations, and then when I saw him play um, during the regular season, he didn't look like the same Teddy Bridgewater to me. Nah, he didn't look like the same guy. So I never mentioned his name again. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be interesting, man. But see, all of it. I'm not gonna really say much about the quarterbacks because I don't know what exactly is the plan, the timetable on Penix.
Well, and
You know,
but I want to ask the question now. Now that the Falcons have their new regime together, their core together, and Matt Ryan and Kevin Stefanski and Ian Cunningham, what is the next thing this organization does? I'm just gonna ask the question. What is the next thing the Atlanta Falcons do?
well, in my opinion, sometimes you're gonna take a lick either way. Um, I the quarterback position is very important, but at the same time, um, you're looking at MPJ. He's gonna be the guy. So we're gonna make our minds up based off of the projection, the timeline, um, who we gonna bring in? That's why I asked about Trask, because you got to think about this. The guy that you're gonna have here, he's gonna have to be. You're gonna have the confidence in him to be able not to play till Penix get back, but he's also got to be that quarterback in case something happens. It's just gonna have to be, unless you're just gonna roll the dice and say we all in on Penix, and we not gonna get too far out there. We're just gonna roll the dice, which is a bad move in my opinion, but that could be another way that they're gonna do it. But you have got to have that much confidence in that guy that you're gonna have the second and possibly the third quarterback. They're gonna have to have some type of um, effect on the team in a positive way if Penix has a setback. Let's say he comes back beginning of the season, he's at and has a setback. So you got to have a guy, unless you got all your chips in the middle on Penix. You got to have a guy that's going to be able to play 7, 8, 9 games.
Which, and let me make it very clear, putting all your chips in on Michael Penix, I don't think is a good idea right now. I still
Right.
think you need to leave a chip or two out there to spare elsewhere. Even if it's just in case, as a contingency.
Yeah, they did that. Well, the regime that's gone, that's what they did. you know, look, man, we've got some guys that left and some guys that's coming in to Atlanta. All them guys should have PTSD from them quarterback situations. So that barn fire they had up north and what we had in the bins, man. So maybe we need to just get in the middle. We ain't dropping no 180 million. We might drop 20. Wonder what Flacco will come down here for.
Yeah. I don't think it would cost too much to get Flacco.
Hey, Flacco.
What do you think
Look,
about what do you think about Carson Wentz?
I don't know, man. That guy, he just ain't. He's missing something from when he left Philly, man. I just don't. There's something missing there, man. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tricky, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna. That's a tricky move right there. But if you solidify everything else, if you get solid, um, you get your nose tackle, you get you a couple of wide receivers, you get your backfield locked in. Hey, man, maybe you just need a game manager in there
Oh yeah.
until we get it right.
Yeah.
Hey, man. You know what I wanted? I was gonna say something, but I know your chat will blow up if I
Oh
say.
no
I'm
no
gonna
no
say it
no no!
anyway,
Say
man.
it! No, say
Hey,
it!
look,
Say it!
I'm just being sarcastic, but I'm like, shoot, you going for $1 million? You might well go get Cam
You talking about Cam Newton?
for $1 million. You might well go get Cam.
Man, hey, bruh, can't listen. Cam too busy trying to get all the eye candy on Funky Friday. So we gonna be okay with them having a Funky Friday up in Flowery Branch?
Nah, he wouldn't be able to do none of that.
Mm.
Nah, but I'm just messing with. I'm just seeing if the chat paying attention.
Man,
with
hey,
that
what
message.
what what do y'all think? Falcons bring Cam Newton in. Hey, yeah,
What they ain't cussing, is it?
I ain't seen no let Cam do his podcast. See, but hey, you know it would get butts and seats.
There you go. It's a
it,
business.
it's all about business shit.
But nah, seriously, man, I don't think that I think Cam time has passed for different reasons. Yeah, his time has passed.
Hopefully, Matt Ryan will bring back Friday Night Lights. What do you think about that?
I've I've never been to one, and I'm not really sure what is it like, an open practice at the high school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did it actually. Because I was actually a little confused for a second, but then I remember they do it. They actually did it when they were doing the renovations up in Flowery Branch, like 2 years ago. They actually did one there, over at a high school over up. It was near Buford or Flowery Branch. And now you got them on Cam because now they saying, nah, Cam got a new career hating on everyone.
Who you hating on, Gilly?
I guess he's hating on everyone. Shoot. Hey, y'all, I don't think Cam thinks too high of, what's his, Drake May. I think he's been critical of Drake May.
What problem he got with Drake May?
Man, I don't. Cam has a problem with a lot of. Cam thinks a lot of quarterbacks are game managers in today's NFL.
Do he think he was a game manager?
I mean,
He ever talk about himself?
well, I mean, yeah, Cam. Well, see, and we had remember when Carolina Panther guy was up on here and he was explaining that, said the reason why Cam says stuff like that is because Cam feels like he had to always be a game changer. He always had to make the play.
Yeah,
But
he
see,
did now.
the thing with the quarterback position, though, what is the quarterback position meant to do? Primarily,
He leads the team.
leads the team, but on the field, what does the quarterback do? He he
He
takes
he
the
ca- he,
ball
he
and
carries out the plays.
he carries out the plays. He gets the
Yeah.
ball to his playmakers. He just sits back there. Now, see, in recent years, this game manager notion has came on because of quarterbacks like Cam and Lamar Jackson, and Michael Vick was really one of the first ones that kind of created the signature of, if you can't make a play yourself as a quarterback, then you're more so just a game manager.
Well, the word manage is the key. You're not doing a whole lot of work. And this is my own opinion of that word. Those two words, game manager. It's like you're not really doing a whole lot. You got the people around you doing the work, and you're just not. You're giving them what they need to make the plays. Like you said, getting the ball to your playmakers. You know, not throwing any interceptions, not fumbling the ball. Um, making sure that everybody's aware of what's going on the field. Sometimes you have to check them in the huddle. You know, stuff like that. So there's no downplay to being a game manager, in my opinion. If that's what you do, just be good at it. But then what happens is it kind of puts a little bit more pressure on the other players, in the skilled positions. But other than that, there's no downplay on it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do we hold on? There's one comment now. Do we take a chance on Trinidad Chambliss? I want Penix to be our future quarterback, but I'm scared he might get hurt again. What do you think about that?
Well, you can't have two suspects um,
But see,
injury
man,
prone
I don't
people.
even think is Trinidad Chambliss even coming out this draft. I don't think he is.
But that's what we got to know. Some of those guys are buyer beware.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I mean, listen. This year, this is my opinion. You need to sign someone in free agency that can be an insurance option, but you need to, in large part, say, okay, if this is how it's going to be, you give Penix this year, you see what he can do. But, if Penix just ends up not working out this year, and he's the reason that the Falcons don't make the playoffs, then yeah, I think it's pretty clear after that you do got to move on.
Well, that's the questions that's gonna have to be asked and answered by this new regime, man. And with that being said, man, that the expectations early on, they got to be fair. They got to be fair. You got to see, understand the vision of where we're going, and then we might have to change how we look at things, because I'm pretty sure that it's going to be you know, an experience that's been like really, really different than what we're used to because of who we got up front. I'm thinking that way. I think it's going to be different because you got a guy that played the game, man, at a high level, that's overseeing this stuff, and his approach is going to be totally different than Rich McKay and the boys. I do feel that. I'll put my stamp on that. Matt Ryan is, I don't think he's going to sit back in the cut and just put it on autopilot.
Oh no. He see, you referred to Matt Ryan as the foreman.
Oh yeah, he's the foreman, and the foreman oversees everything, and then you got Ian. He's the supervisor. He's that a supervisor. That's why I'm glad that he's in Alabama. Because I would have been I would have been side eyeing him if you're gonna let scouts come, and I don't know if he know him or not. Georgia Texas boy brought that up, but I mean, whether you know him or not, you don't send them guys down there, or you allow them to go down there without you overseeing it, and then you turn around and go take the list to Matt and whoever else that's gonna be looking at it. You pretty much saying that I'm co-signing to this list, and then you'll mess around and be like Terry. You get caught, you'll catch a stray.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying good for him.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I let's see. We got some new comments. We really do need to beef up the middle of the defensive line. Yeah, I think that's something we can agree on. I do think we need to move on from Bates. He's 30 years old. We can't pay him next year. Might as well trade him and get a draft pick and move Bowman to safety. What do you think about that?
Yeah, if they're gonna get rid of him, they got somebody to. Well, not get rid of him, but if we can't keep him, I think they got. I, th- I think they got um some people in line to take that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's not a worry right there. I mean it's a valid point, but don't worry about that one. I think they got that. They already know what they're gonna do with that. Either way, either or. But I think Bates gonna want to stay though.
yeah, but I mean, if he wants to stay, hopefully he'll take a little hometown discount.
Oh, that's part of wanting to stay.
Yeah. So if he's up for the hometown discount, then sure.
It might be a discount. I don't know about hometown now, because Bates not an average safety.
No, he ain't.
Yeah. So he's not an average guy now. So yeah, they should see what he want to do though. But he's still on the contract, right?
Who
For
Bates?
next season.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or is he free?
he's got one more year on his contract.
Well, shoot, they can. They might be able to do something. They might, do a restructure or whatever. I'm pretty sure they can work it out if they feel like they need him, and he can go ahead and help the younger guys in the secondary, and then he'll I guess get his next contract after this season coming up.
Yeah.
I think they can work something out. I like him though. I like Bates.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Uh,
I definitely would like to see him stay around, but it's just that thing of I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna or not.
But at one point in the season, this past season, he got kind of quiet on the field.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he had checked out or what.